Our next speaker joins us from the Czech Republic. She is the head of the Energy and Renewable Energy Department, has very relevant experience, and that she was responsible to implement the Energy Performance for Buildings Directive, and is also the vice president of the Energy Auditors Association in the Czech Republic. So I'd like to introduce Ms. Plocková, and she'll be speaking on some Czech policies for the promotion of green building.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, dear SOPOLEC team, I thank you for the opportunity to present Czech actual situation in the field of administrative support of green buildings. I will inform you about this responsibility on the field of energy efficiency in Czech Republic. This is very interesting, but all responsibility in this case in the framework of our Ministry of Industry and Trade, and we, Ministry of Environment, are cooperated ministry. But all what will inform you was my job 3 or 4 years ago, and now I am going with a new job by our Minister of Environment. This is very shortly. We understand the green building as the building with very low energy consumption, minimum of CO2 emissions, low energy cost, and low investment as is possible. The using of renewable energy sources is essential. In the framework of Agenda 21 is for us energy efficiency the main priority. We have a lot of experiences from design of energy efficiency buildings many years ago. From this long years history, we know that information and promotion of good ideas are important, but the legislation is necessary. In the case of green building schemes, we have law number 183 from 2006 collection. This is the building code. Construction Products Directive 106 from year 98 is implemented in this law. The directive and law set down that the building must be healthy and energy efficient. The second law for us is Energy Management Act, law number 406. The first version of this law is from year 2000 in function and set down measures for the economical use of energy and the obligations of natural and legal persons managing and using energy. The latest version is from 2006 in the framework of implementation of Energy Performance of Buildings Directive in Czech legislation. The Energy Management Act from 2006 sets definitions of the energy performance of new or renovated buildings, of energy certificate, inspection of boilers and air conditioning systems, and other in accordance with EPBD. The decree number 213 set down process of energy audit as part of secondary legislation from the year 2001. The Czech energy audit scheme or methodology is very detailed through description of technical, environmental, and economical evaluation of the energy potential of building and of the potential of using the renewable energy sources in the technical system of building. Energy performance of building, the investor and or the owner in Czech situation shall ensure that the requirements set forth in respect of the energy performance on building are met, that the comparative indicators, for example, U-volume, set out by the implementing regulation are complete with the first. Also, the recommendations laid down by harmonized Czech technical standards shall be met. Developed energy is calculated for all buildings, not only for individual units or flats. Energy performance certificate is for us the document and shall not be older than 10 years and shall constitute part of the documents to applicable implementing legislation in the case of construction of new buildings, major renovation of existing buildings, having a total floor area more of 1,000 square meters, sale or lease of buildings or part therefore, where such buildings are under the obligation of producing a certificate by E or B. On the slide, you can see the Czech classification of buildings in accordance with the calculated and not measured energy consumption of developed energy. It's clear that the green building must show standard A if it's possible. The low energy standard B is accessible by renovated residential building. We have realized a lot of projects with state financial support with very good results, especially by prefabricated high-rise buildings. We have big potential to be all green buildings. That is for Czech Republic good news. We have more of 65,000 block of flats with more of 1.3 million flats and 3 million inhabitants. These energy performance classes are in first 10 months, and we can be changed there after we will have more experiences of the energy certification. You can see Class C. This class is typical standard for all new constructed or renovated buildings. The Class G is the accordance with the maximum heat consumption by other Czech standards. Energy audit and building stock in Czech Republic. In the framework of first step of energy efficiency activities from 2001, all public and government buildings with energy consumption higher of 700 gigajoules per year, or all real estate and industrial enterprises with energy consumption higher of 35,000 gigajoules per year, or high-rise residential building about 2,000 houses with more of 12 flats are disposed in this moment with energy audit. This our results from this time, from this period. All owners of these buildings know the potential of energy saving, the possibility and benefits of using of renewable energy sources, now the necessary investment and payback of projects. From this collection, our first 150 schools renovated into low energy standards in this year. We can say that we have 150 green schools now. For second, delivered energy calculated must be for whole building and not only for individual unit or flats. That experience is very important, especially for all prefabricated buildings, and makes the certification economically. The certificate issued for a new building having a total useful area over 1,000 square meters. What is our recommendation or experiences? For first, this decentralized energy supply system based on renewable energy is very important, we know, but for Czech Republic, very complicated. We have very efficient district heatings on natural gas, and decentralization is not a very positive idea, but these district heatings are operated with no very good energy efficient. Now to methodology. We calculate energy performance in building in the frame of decree number 184, and we have this decrees about energy audits and more Czech standards, but calculation is quite more complicated and need correct software. We have in this moment one national software tool, maybe, and operate very correct, but this all green schools was calculated through this software. I spoke about this independent experts. from our point of view, the state certification of an expert is needed, but the expert must have experiences and be very, very correct. The experts calculated not only energy consumption, but he operates with his investment, and this is very important. But we have in this moment quite 300 of energy auditors. We have 80 experts for energy certification, and we begin with this expert for installation, but we have 2 or 3 years now time to provide this inspection. On this slide, you can see the situation in our Czech building stock before renovation. You can see that we have a very big potential, but for us this class C standard class is quite 100 kilowatt hour per square meter and year. You can see after 1990, the new constructed buildings are very good construction now, and all are connected to gas boilers, and in this case we have not more to renovate it or make better. And there you can see energy efficiency measures in the household. You spoke about this energy efficiency plan. We have action plan for energy efficiency 1 year ago, and of this plan you can see our measures. With all this measure we will try our energy saving to year 2010 or 2016. This question of the situation is for us very complicated, but I hope our target is more optimistic like the situation now. We have the same table of measures in tertiary sector. Is quite the same. We operated with state support. We operate with structure funds of Europe Union, and this is background of our investments. And the last slide, please. If you have any question for me, please, you can take my email address, and I or my colleague will very quickly answer you if you will more know something about the Czech policy. But our responsibility is this cooperation minister, all questions to policy, energy policy, and energy consumption you must give to my colleague on Ministry and Trade. Through my helping is possible.